Avi, I really appreciate the intro from Avi. But anyways, folks, this is really, I'm very, very excited to be here today. I tell you that in the last 8 months that I've been, going to this type of meetings, you constantly learn something new. It really is. And that's the reason why I always want to go into meetings, because one of the things that I learned is basically that you go to the meeting, you never know, somebody might say something, somehow, some way, it can change your life forever. Does that make sense to you? Yes. But anyway, today I'm very, very excited to introduce one of the speakers. I know this gentleman just a short period of time. Really great guys, and in the past he's basically that he do real estate and mortgages for a long time, and also that he was really successful what he does from the past, and also that recently he actually started getting into the social media. And that's something we're going to be talking about today. So this is actually year 2013, and we all know that social media is really a big thing nowadays, right? Mm-hmm. How many people really want to know that? Raise your hand. Yeah. All right, so I want you folks to give this gentleman a round of applause, and his name is Michael Sarwari. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
The wireless? Yes. Yeah. Can you get the wireless mic?
Wireless.
All right. Everybody hear me okay?
Switch on the bottom.
Switch on the bottom. How about that?
There we go.
All right. So social media, okay? I've got probably about an hour's worth of information here, and I've got about 20 minutes to give it to you. Okay? How many of you are familiar with social media? Let me see a show of hands. How many of you are on Facebook? Let's see a show of hands. Everybody? Right? Anybody not on Facebook here? Okay? Oh, there's a few, okay? Not on Facebook. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit. And how many of you are on LinkedIn? See a show of hands. Okay? How about Twitter? How many of you guys use Twitter? Okay, great. So, everybody talks about social media, right? And it's a big buzzword out there, and everybody says, you gotta be on these different social media sites, and you gotta go out and do this. But has anybody ever stopped to teach you how to do it right? As a matter of fact, you've got companies, large companies, spending millions and millions of dollars to be on social media sites like Facebook, right? As a matter of fact, you have a company called Walmart, just spent $500 million last year to acquire a company on a Facebook app, period. Now, is Walmart a technology company? No, right? What do? What does Walmart do? Right? Retail, right? When you have companies like in the retail sector, when you have companies in the insurance sector, financial services sector, you've got all of these companies going out there spending millions and millions of dollars on their particular Facebook page. How do you as an individual compete against that, first and foremost? And why should you go out there and make sure that you have a presence? Because social media is not going away, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make that very clear. It's not going away next year. Facebook's not going away next year. And as a matter of fact, why is Facebook not going away anytime soon? Anybody know?
Zuckerberg's young.
Zuckerberg's young. That's for sure. Really young. So Zuckerberg's young. Why else isn't Facebook going away?
Too big.
Huh?
Too big.
Too big, right? How many people on Facebook?
Over 1 billion.
Over 1 billion people. Anybody know? Where's the population of the internet? The total population of the internet. Anybody knows?
Like 3 billion.
Around 2 billion. Yeah. 50% of the internet's on Facebook. Okay? Is that crazy? Okay? It's absolutely mind-boggling. When you think about that 50%. Now, let me give you another fact. Okay? Twitter. How many people on Twitter? Anybody know? 500 million worldwide. 500 million people worldwide are on Twitter. So when you think about it, social media is definitely here to stay. So how do we go out there as a business? How do we as small business owners, how do we as professionals make sure that we have a presence on there? Again, you take a look at companies like Dell Computers. Everybody heard of Dell, right? Dell Computers, right? They go out and they make computers. Do you realize that 5% of Dell's computer sales comes out of their Twitter account? 5%. Now, if I give you the number, it's a very large number. Millions and millions of dollars. They go out there. Dell Computer in one given day will sell pages, right? Forget about the Facebook pages, forget about the fan pages. We'll get into that a little bit, and we'll take a look at the 10 most liked fan pages on Facebook. And we'll take a look at some of these pages and see why some of these companies, and look at the numbers, and I'll share with you between last year and this year with some of these particular companies, where they were and how much they spent to be able to just go up a few notches. So, why social media? Social media basically provides a new set of tools that businesses can use to connect with their customers and the general public. Okay? You go back to the late 90s, right? You go back when the internet first came out, you look at people, what was the big buzz back there? If you build a website, what will happen? People will come, right? It used to be, if you build it, they will come. Well, what happened? A lot of websites were created, right? Millions and millions of websites were created. And after time, what happened? People stopped going. People stopped showing up, right? And as a matter of fact, the whole aspect of the web changed, right? And you think about the whole aspect of the internet, right? It's another medium for what?
Communication.
What's it? Communication, absolutely, right? You take a look at TV communication, you're communicating out to the general public. The internet communication is what? It's more geared towards a one-on-one communication, right? And social media is the next evolution of that. That's what helps you really get there, right? And that's why it makes it such a stronghold. A lot of people don't realize, really the impact it can really have on your personal life, on your business life, and good and bad. Okay, let's be frank, right? Good and bad. Because if you don't know how to use it right, guess what happens? You create that Facebook page, and you go off and create a Facebook fan page, and you don't know how to use it right, it's not going to have a positive impact for you. I promise you that. Because the way that it's created, what it's meant there for, the information you put on there, you got to really know what information to put on and what not to put on. Okay? So, social media tools can be used to get new customers. Okay, is that important? Getting new customers. Okay, you have a business, increasing sales. Is that important? Right? Turning existing customers into your most powerful sales team. Okay, and I'm going to get into that. And I'm going to elaborate about that. And to be successful with social media, you have to invest some time thinking about your business. Okay, very, very important. You got to know your business objectives, and you got to have a particular plan for your social media to say exactly how am I going to use this for my business? What is my plan? Do I really need a Twitter page? Do I need a LinkedIn page? Do I need a Facebook page? And then do I want it to connect it with my personal Facebook page? Okay, is that important? Right? You take a look at Facebook, and we're going to get into Facebook a little bit. On Facebook, I personally have 2 separate Facebook accounts. I have what I call more of a business account and a personal account on Facebook. Why? Because I don't trust Facebook. I don't trust their privacy policies. Their privacy policies are crap, right? Let me be frank, and I'm going to be very upfront with you. It is crap. The problem with it is that it constantly changes. So if I'm on Facebook, I've got 3 little kids, and I have a 4th one on the way, and I want to have a Facebook page with my personal family, and I have my wife on there, and she's sharing my kids' pictures on there, and she's going out there, and we're saying we're going to go out for Friday night. Is that safe to do with a bunch of folks I don't know? Even if it's colleagues, even if I've met somebody, is that safe to do? No, it's a threat, right? If you have kids, if you have a family, it's not very safe to do. So the privacy policies on Facebook is horrible, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. And they keep changing it every single year. And so in order to protect my own family, what do you think I do? I have a separate account for my business. And I have a totally separate account where I connect my business, my colleagues, friends, specifically, and separate that from my family. Does that make sense? And in order to do that, now Facebook frowns upon this. Okay, let me be clear. They frown upon this heavily. They do not like people to have what? 2 separate accounts. If they catch you, what do? They shut it down. They do not want people to have 2 separate accounts because they want everybody to have 1 single account on Facebook. Okay, but you've got to know you got to be able to know how to utilize it. You got to know how to be able to utilize it from an email perspective. And if you know how to use it right, it can be very, very beneficial for you. So, questions? every business should ask about social media. So there's a ton of different questions here that I have here, and I had the list was even longer. And given the time period, we're not going to go through every single one of these questions, but I'll go through this at a separate time. And I know there was a few people that had asked about, can we have this just for some of the successful thinkers? Can we put together like a Saturday session, a 2-hour session to really get into social media and talk about it and teach people how to really use it? And we might, I might look into doing something like that. But at this juncture, I want to give you I want to give you some information you can take with you. Now, when I speak around the country constantly. As a matter of fact, this weekend I'm in Dallas speaking in front of 400 people. And when I talk around the country, my goal in general is to allow you to take one new idea. Okay, is that fair? If you take one new idea from here and that you can use it, is that worth coming out for? Yep. Right? That's the goal, right? My goal is to be able to get you one idea and be able to take that where you can use it in your daily life. So, types of social media. Take a look at the list, right? Everybody thinks about Facebook, but there's so many more. As a matter of fact, this list goes on and on. Blogs, right? Blogging was one of the first types of social media out there. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on and on, okay? These are all considered different types of social media out there, okay? If you're familiar with it and you become good at it, then you can utilize those different types of social media for your business. It's amazing what you can do on the internet, and it doesn't take, you don't have to get out of your house. And again, what social media does for you, sort of like what STM here, right? Successful thinkers. Why do we come out to successful thinkers meetings? You guys know, why do we come out here, sir? Why do you come out here, Todd?
Because I like meeting people.
You like meeting people, okay? Good. Why do you come out here?
Pretty much the same thing. It's fun.
It's fun. You meet people. Why do you come out here?
I enjoy the positivity and the mindset.
Okay, enjoy positivity and the mindset. So you enjoy building relationships, right? And what do you do with those relationships, right? People like doing business with who? People they know, trust, and like, right? And so, sort of what the internet is, right? Social media is about that as well. Social media allows you to take that one-on-one interaction with your customers. Gives you that opportunity to take that one-on-one interaction with people that you couldn't have with a general website. That's the beauty of social media, right? You get the chance to know what your customers are thinking. You get a chance to get feedback. You get a chance to get ideas, okay? And again, those are the positive aspects of social media. So, social media benefits, okay? Word of mouth advertising. How's that help? What's word of mouth advertising? So, somebody comes in, how's that help? What's it do for you?
How does it help?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I do is word of mouth advertising. It keeps me busy all the time.
Beautiful. So if you go into a site, you like the product, you tell your friends about it, right? And it's one of the basis of guerrilla marketing out there. Word of mouth advertising, social media is huge if you do it right. Huh?
Testimonials.
Testimonials, absolutely. Repeat sales, right? Repeat sales. You like a product, what do? You talk about it, right? And when you talk about it, it brings those people coming back again and again and again. New business ideas, okay? Another benefit, okay? You have somebody on there, they like your product, or they think you should tweak it. Anybody seen that? If you've got a particular Facebook page, they've got that one-on-one. Hey, you know what? Your product is cool. Otherwise, you would have never had that comment coming in. And they say, hey, this is how you can tweak your product. And you can use that tweaking idea to be able to make your product better. Shorter product development cycles. Again, getting valuable input from customers. Increased visibility. Okay? Again, the goal is that we constantly want to be able to have that increased visibility. Here, you know, you come out to an STM meeting, you have a great relationship with somebody, you go out there, you meet them, and a lot of times people are just not picking up the phone anymore, right? As a matter of fact, how many of you really go out there and pick up the phone? Most people are on smartphones like this, and what do? What do most people do?
Text.
Text, okay? Text is the new phone, okay? As a matter of fact, the other day my wife was telling me, I hate the telephone. She's like, why can't everybody just be on Facebook? I can just text people. I don't want to call somebody. I don't want to talk to them on the phone. Can I just send them a message, right? You think about it, that's become the new norm, right? In general, more and more people, now it's not very, what is it? You know, it doesn't really help you bond with that person as much, right? And sometimes what happens with text or email? What happens with text, email?
It gets confused. Autocorrect does some amazing things.
Absolutely. Right? Autocorrect does amazing things, right? something and say the total opposite, right? Or you go out there and you put an exclamation mark and they think you're upset. Well, I'm just trying to emphasize, I'm not upset here, okay? And again, it's that communication changes, right? That medium changes. And all of a sudden, shorthand, right? And if you're not familiar with some of the tech, LOL, right? And they start shorthanding things, and you're like, what the heck is this person talking about? What are you really saying, right? And again, that's the goal, right? And social media, again, it helps your business, but you've got to be able to know how to utilize it. Now, what should I talk about on my social media site? So people come to me and say, this is great, Mike. I learned how to do this. I went to Facebook. I created a Facebook page. Now, what the hell can I do? What do I say? Right? Anybody get that idea, right? You go out there, you create a Twitter page, right? Or you go out there, you have a blog, and you create the blog. The next question is, well, what the heck do I talk about, right? What do you talk about? Maureen, what would you talk about?
Well, right now I'm doing more on personal side.
Okay.
So it's just more updates of family life stuff.
Updates on family lifestyle, okay? What would you talk about, Ken?
Consumer product safety.
Consumer product safety. What about you, Beth?
How you can understand other people better and make your life better.
Okay, how you can understand people better and make your life better. Take a look at customer education, right? If she is an expert in a particular area, why not educate your customers about what you're an expert on, right? Very, very important. Another thing, practical advice, right? Right? Giving people practical advice, it's amazing how far that goes. And sometimes what happens is somebody else gives an advice, or somebody else goes out there and tweets a message, and you take that and you retweet it, right? Or you take a message that's on Facebook and you forward it to the rest of your list, and guess what happens? Everybody's like, wow, that is cool, right? Isn't that right? And everybody gets a sense of, hey, you're giving them valuable information. Industry trends and news, if you're in a specific industry, okay? And just being able to, once a week, be able to go out there and give industry trends and news. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very busy, right? So either you hire somebody to manage your social media, or you do it yourself, right? Now, if you do it yourself, guess what? There's tools out there to automate things, okay? As a matter of fact, when it comes to industry trends and news, if you go to my Twitter page, guess what happens? You constantly get industry news and trends, the industry that I'm in, and it automatically puts that news and information there. And guess what happens? That same information, I've got software connected, where if it's on my Twitter page, that information comes on my LinkedIn page, that information comes on my Facebook page, and it's almost the same information, but it gets connected to different groups. Does that make sense, right? And by utilizing that technology, you're able to be able to automate that particular process. Answer questions. How valuable is that? Answering specific questions to people, right? And making sure that if they have a question regarding your business, you're making sure you're answering that. Money-saving tips. You find a great coupon, you find a great idea. Everybody likes to save money, right? In any particular economy, a great way to be able to share that on your social media site. Sales and promotions, okay? Large companies, small companies, it doesn't matter the size of your company, offer somebody a 5% discount, offer somebody a 10% discount, offer somebody a promotion or sales. And you can just imagine the people that are there, how quickly they react. That's what Dell does. Dell has their outlet center on Twitter. So guess what they do? 20% off of these kind of computers, and guess what? They've got 1.4 million people following them. People get on there, they get the tweet, they click the link, and they buy. Okay? Dell offers 50% off something if people come in. It's their outlet center. So what they do is they utilize it for promotion and sales. Again, you could do the same thing regardless of the industry that you're in. Give somebody free advice. Give somebody a free one-on-one. If you're in a particular industry, insurance industry, it doesn't matter what industry, here's a free one-on-one, and people will actually take you up on those offers. Coupons, discounts for utilizing your services. So, let's talk about blogs first. And I start off with blogs because a lot of people don't realize, really blogging is the first form of social media. And that's basically what we constantly do. So what is a blog, okay? What is a blog?
It's a series of articles written by someone about a particular topic, often about a business or about a hobby kind of thing.
Excellent. So basically, it is a place where you post articles and topics related to your business. Many businesses include a blog area on their website. So a lot of companies have a company blog. Individuals have individual blogs out there, right? And you go out there and you write a series of particular articles. So